Hey guys, today I want to talk about four fingerstyle, picking fingerstyle you can get from the Ken Smith bass. I want to talk about how you could recreate these styles just from the onboard controls. And let me go ahead and talk about the onboard controls a little bit here. So right here we have the master volume. Also, it's a push-pull knob for active passive. When it's down, it's active. When it's up, it's passive. Right now I have it in active. And then we have the pickup selector for both the neck and the bridge pickup. And then we have the bass on our EQ, the bass frequency band. And then we have the mid-range frequency band on our EQ here. And then we have our highs or treble frequency band. These switches, they correspond to each pickup. So this first switch is for the neck pickup, and the second switch is for the bridge pickup. Basically, it just changed the wiring of the pickup. Right now, as it's disengaged, it's wired in parallel. When I engage the switch, it's then wired in series, which the series wiring gives me more output, more juice. So no further ado, I'm gonna talk about the first style. The first style is the Jacko style. So I want to recreate that, that bridge pickup sound, that very articulated, tight sound, that 16 note funk kind of style that he gets with his Fender Jazz bass. But I'll recreate it here on the Ken Smith. So what I'll do is I'll leave my volume at the healthy sound that it's at, level that it's at. And then I will take my pickup selector and adjust it to the neck pick or the bridge pickup, all the way to the bridge pickup. And then my bass, I'll leave my bass at 12 o'clock flat. I'll leave also my mid range and my highs at flat. And what I'll do here is I will put the neck pickup in, I'll put it in series so that way I get more output. So let me try something with Jacko. Yeah, so you got that kind of tight, 16th note, that Jacko. That kind of percussive type tone. And you can get that from the Ken Smith bass just by, adjusting the EQ. So the next style I want to talk about is the walk-in bass. So when we're walking the bass, playing that kind of jazz bebop, kind of mimicking the upright bass. So the way I'll set everything back to flat, and I will start to sculpt that tone. So what I'll do here now, in my opinion, it's best to, when you're trying to get that really round, sound, and that's the first thing we got to think about is we got to think about what we're going after, So you got to hear it in your head. You got to see, okay, am I trying to go for a rounder sound or a more defined sound? But in this case, for the walking bass, we're going for a round sound. So I want to navigate more towards this pickup on the pickup selection, which is our neck pickup. So I'll put it all the way to the neck pickup, which I just turned off this pickup. And then I will also put this in series. And I'll disengage this pickup from series. I don't need it. So now the bass, what I'll do with the bass here is I will leave it at flat for now. The mid-range, I'll dial it back from flat because I don't want that boxiness. I just want some presence, but not too much boxiness. And I'll leave my highs at in flat. So let me go ahead and try that. So yeah, sounds good. So I could tweak it just a bit here. Maybe I will scale back some of my highs. So it was at flat. Let me start scaling it back. And as I'm scaling this back, you could hear it change instantly. So let me go ahead and try something. Sounds really good. Sounds really good. All right, so the next style I want to get into is the gospel style. So I broke this into two categories. So that's the reason why we have four. So the first gospel style is the more articulated, maybe the more old school type of gospel, but I don't really want to call it old school. but it's that more articulated sound where you're getting some definition, and but at the same time you're getting some roundness and but mostly you're getting the clarity and the definition. So what I came up with here is I set everything back at flat so we can start fresh. Is I came up with a layout where I have, let me just disengage this one here. I have more of my back pickup in the mix than my bridge. So I kind of just, it's not all the way turned to the back pickup, but it's more towards the back pickup. So this is what we're dealing with so far. And since, it's gospel, I kind of want that, more output. So I'm going to engage the series on both pickups just to get that more output. Now, for my bass, I'll leave it at flat because we still want the articulated sound, right? Now, on my mid-range, I don't want too much presence because I've already rolled back to this pickup, so I don't want it to be too harsh in the mix. So I'm gonna dial it back just to like below 12 o'clock. Now on my highs, I'll bring it up just a bit above 12 o'clock. And this is what we got so far. Yeah, so it sounds really cool with the articulation. And for you guys wondering what song that I'm referencing or I'm grooving to is the Kirk Franklin. So I'm just playing the bass part. There's no background music if you're wondering. So, with the articulated gospel, you're getting, you're hearing more of the fingers. You're hearing more of the articulation of the notes. You're hearing more of a sharper attack. You're hearing that definition. It's almost bleeding into kind of that jazz, that kind of jazz world, but not quite. It's gospel still. So now for me to do the next style, which we're still in gospel, but this is the other style, which is more of that darker, rounder, a little bit more aggressive gospel style. What I would do to achieve that, let me go ahead and set everything back to flat so that we're starting from ground zero. I would keep both pickups on, so I'll leave the pickups both on, but I will put both pickups in series. So this is where we're at so far. I'll boost the bass because we need that roundness, that bottom end. This is where you got to pay attention. This is where the trick in the sauce is at. The mid-range, yes, we need mid for the presence, but I'm going to scoop it out a bit. Not all the way for now. So I'm scooping it out so that way I get that tightness from both the bass frequency band and the highs frequency band. So with the highs, I'll just scoop it out just a little bit, not too much. And let's see what we got. Okay, so cool. So what I'll do is I'll make a minor adjustment. I will scoop all the mid-range out. So this is it with no mid-range. right? So now what I'll do is I will add in some highs to kind of just tighten up the high frequency band. I'll do it above flat. So, as you can tell, the Kensmith bass is very versatile as far as what you could achieve when you start adjusting these knobs and you're setting up some different configurations in that sense. But of course, it does have that Smith sound. It has that really, nasally tight sound. And that's really due to the pickups selection. But that is another video for another day. But today we're just talking about the 4 different finger styles you can get from your Kensmith bass just by adjusting the onboard controls. And as you could tell, you can get really, really good styles and sounds from you could get really good sounds from this instrument. And just before I leave, I want to mention that you could also use this configuration, at least from the gospel style, with neo soul and R&B, because those genres kind of bleed into one another anyways. So you could also use those configurations I just showed for those styles. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please drop a comment. I love to hear from my subscribers and my new subscribers what they think about this content and what would they like to hear more. But if you like this, please give a thumbs up. Please share. Please subscribe. All that good stuff. Until the next video, I'll see you then.